Gino Jennings stands undaunted in the face of those whose ways diverge from the scriptures, boldly inviting them to align with the mandates of divine law. With unyielding fervor, Jennings called upon Rickey Smiley for a public discourse. This challenge arose shortly after Smiley critiqued Jennings' approach to preaching, labeling it more divisive than unifying. Yet Jennings, steadfast in his defense of divine scripture, asserted his teachings as reflections of biblical truth. Amidst scrutiny and dissent, Jennings' resolve never falters. He steadfastly upholds his beliefs, refusing to water down the gospel's profound message. His readiness to engage in candid discussions not only showcases his deep faith in scriptural truths but also his dedication to promoting insight and enlightenment amidst controversy. In an era dominated by the shadows of moral ambiguity, Jennings' unwavering commitment shines as a lantern of hope, guiding those in search of definitive truth through the mist of doubt. His audacity to address public figures head-on has sparked contention, especially when shedding light on their transgressions. Nevertheless, Jennings stands firm in his quest to champion the scripture's directives, challenging anyone deviating from its guidance. His steadfast approach has ignited spirited debates and emotional upheaval, fueling a vibrant dialogue at the crossroads of faith and public identity. Jennings, with resolute determination, has championed a discourse on ethical standards and the accountability of societal influences. His endeavors have catalyzed a broad spectrum of discussions, urging a deep reflection on the nexus of belief, notoriety, and social ethics. Demonstrating valor and tenacity, he continues to voice the scriptural truths unabated by intimidation or fear. His unwavering dedication has inspired many to defend their convictions and virtues against adversity. Jennings' perseverance in the wake of resistance has become a battle cry for those adamant about not diluting their values for mere acceptance. Through his actions, Jennings has sparked a movement that transcends ecclesiastical limits, rallying individuals towards a collective quest for justice and the right to speak freely. In a viral live broadcast, Pastor Gino Jennings boldly criticized the practice among Christian women of wearing wigs, makeup, and jewelry. This impassioned sermon set off a widespread debate that echoed beyond church confines into the broader public sphere, touching the hearts and minds of both followers and skeptics. Calling out so-called Christians, parading in church, adorned with extravagant accessories, your appearance marred by artificial enhancements from head to toe. Such vanity does not enrich your soul. You are far from the virtuous path, declared Pastor Jennings, his words resonating far and wide. This pronouncement ignited a whirlwind of reactions, with some lauding his call for simplicity and others decrying it as an infringement on personal freedom. This ideological clash has sparked fervent debates, re-examining established religious doctrines and stirring the theological pot anew. Upon encountering the widespread video of Pastor Gino Jennings vociferously condemning Christian women for adorning wigs, makeup, and jewelry, Rickey Smiley was overwhelmed with frustration and concern. The intensity of his feelings compelled him to pen a letter to Pastor Jennings, articulating his objections. This wasn't merely a letter. It was an impassioned expression of Smiley's sentiments, driven by a need to assert his stance, also embracing wigs and makeup. In his carefully chosen words, he aimed to shed light on the broader implications of Pastor Jennings' sermon on the Christian community at large. Rickey's message was forthright. He contested Jennings' reading of Scripture, questioning the fairness of judging women based on their external appearance. He implored Pastor Jennings to acknowledge the varied lives and perspectives of women, underscoring the necessity of empathy and understanding in spiritual matters. Consider a scenario. Rickey's letter began, where a woman, after a challenging week, prepares for Sunday service. She opts for some red lipstick and a wig, perhaps due to a demanding work schedule, financial constraints preventing a salon visit, or simply her preference for the wig. With renewed self-assurance and anticipation for divine love, she is instead met with harsh, critical, and misplaced condemnation from a pastor whose messages are laced with animosity rather than compassion. Such sermons, which castigate personal presentation under the guise of divine instruction, are fundamentally misguided. Rickey further critiqued the pastor's extreme focus on appearance and personal choices, cloaking harsh judgments as spiritual guidance. Highlighting Gino Jennings as a principal figure in this discourse, Rickey underscored the irony of Jennings' own repeated references to wigs, revealing his unique position as a cross-dresser who embraces such expressions for entertainment, complete with full attire and accessories. Rickey reminded Jennings of the open invitation for a televised debate, proposing a direct confrontation of their differing interpretations of Scripture. Despite potential criticisms, Jennings persists in his dedication to uphold scriptural teachings, urging a re-evaluation among those straying from its teachings. His direct challenges spark vital discussions on living by biblical principles, fostering both debate and introspection within the community. Jennings' unwavering stance acts as a beacon for all faithful, emphasizing the essence of unwavering devotion and the ongoing quest for spiritual authenticity amidst worldly temptations. In conclusion, I trust this video has been enlightening, and I pray we all persevere in our efforts to align with divine will. If you found value in our discussion, please don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and activate notifications to stay updated with our latest content. Thank you for tuning in.